Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today I have a fun compilation video for you. I put together some of our favorite winter DIYs, so I hope you enjoy it. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. DIY number 1. So for this DIY, I started out with this contact paper from Dollar Tree, these letters from Walmart, this rose came from Hobby Lobby, and then this picture frame from Dollar Tree. So I just start off with taking my frame apart, and then I'm going to lay this glass piece onto the back of that paper. Now, I love this paper. I don't know about you guys, but I think this paper is just beautiful. So the nice thing about this contact paper is it does have the grid marks on the back, so you can line up the frame along those lines and get an even cut. Because if you're anything like me, I can't cut straight for anything. So this is perfect for me. So after I get this all trimmed up to fit that frame, I took the backing off, and I am just going to stick it on and then very gently peel away the back while I'm rubbing out the bubbles. Now you want to be really careful with the Dollar Tree glass. It is really thin and it can break very easily. I've broken a few of them in this past year. So just be very careful and don't press on it too hard. So once I had all the bubbles out, I decided to go ahead and put it back in the frame, and as you see there, I forgot to put the back on there, so I had to open it back up and stick that back in there. And then I just wanted to make sure that the roses were facing upward and not downward. So then I'm just going to put the backing back on, and then I'm going to take those two letters that I got from Walmart, and I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink, and I'm going to give both of those letters a good coating of that. And then once it was dry, right there, I'm just kind of placing it, trying to see where I want them. I'm going to hot glue them right on to that picture frame, just like you see me doing there. And then after that, I'm going to, once I have them all lined up, and that's the other thing, guys. I'll think something is even, and when I get done, it's not. It drives me nuts. So after that, I'm going to take that rose that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I was going to use just that rose in the middle of the sign, but I realized that it just didn't look right. So I decided to grab a couple more. So I grabbed a couple more off the bush of roses that I had, and I thought that looked much, much better. So then I just hot glue those in place just like you see there. And then once they were all hot glued, I took my Folk Art silver glitter paint, and I am just going to brush them. I was originally going to just brush them along the edge because I wanted to have kind of a glistening snow look on them. But I just still felt like the flowers were too white, so I went ahead and just kind of brushed it all around lightly, all around the roses, just to kind of give it that glittery snow look. Then I took my white puff paint, and I wanted to have it look like snow on the letters because this is going to be part of my winter decor. And, you just got to have some snow on it, right? If you are enjoying today's video, and if you like home decor on a budget, as well as holiday decor, thrift flips, gift ideas, and an occasional haul, then I would invite you to hit that subscribe button and become part of our family. I would love to have you join. And then make sure you comment. Let me know you're new here, and hit that like button. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading a video. It's usually on Wednesdays, but if I'm participating in a challenge, it could be on a different day as well. So after I had that all done, I took these table scatter that I got from Walmart. I love this stuff. And I took the pine cones and some of the greenery from it, and I'm just hot gluing them all around the corners of this sign. And that's all there was to this one. It has its own hanger in the back, but if you wanted to add ribbon for a hanger, you could. And there it is, and I just love it. I think it's so pretty. I love the roses on there, and I absolutely love that paper. You have to let me know what you think about this one in the comment box below. Okay, here is DIY number 1. So for this DIY, I started out with 2 of these signs that I got from Dollar Tree, as well as a decal that I printed or created on my Cricut MySpace or Cricut Design Space, my Waverly chalk paint in the color white, and this folk art silver glitter paint. So of course I start off by taking the hangers off of both of those signs. And then I realized I still had a lot of glitter on my table from the previous video. So I'm trying to clean it all off. And then I'm just laying it out here. And I am going to use a couple of these jumbo craft sticks and some 5-gallon stir sticks that I had been cut previously. I ran out of the jumbo craft sticks, so I decided to use those to attach on the back of the sign to make those signs come together. And so once I had that all done, I painted it all with my white chalk paint. And once that was dry, I took my silver glittery paint and I'm like doing distressing brush strokes. I wanted it to just have that silvery, sparkly look to it. And I love the way it came out because it just makes it kind of look like there's ice on the picture, which is kind of what I was going for. Then I took my chippy brush and I just went along and just brushed over the edges like you see there all the way around that picture or those pictures. Once I was done, I used my silver metallic paint marker that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I am just outlining the snowflakes on the top there, which probably didn't really need to be done because you don't see those snowflakes very well at the end. But you'll see that in a little bit. Then I took my decal and I am laying it on to my picture there. And it says silver white winters that melt into spring. And that's kind of why I wanted those silver streaks, because I just thought that that would just look really good with that saying. So once I get this all on, and I have this sped way up, guys. I always seem to have problems with those. I took 3 of these wood snowflakes and some of these little snowflakes from, the little ones are from Hobby Lobby, the bigger ones from Dollar Tree. I did put some spackling into the ornament hole on those bigger ones, but then I painted all of them black, and then I gave them a good coating of the glitter, silver glitter paint there. And then once they were all dry, I just laid them out where I wanted them on the sign, and I'm just going to hot glue them in place. And once I get them all hot glued, I took this ribbon I got from Amazon, and I'll have it in my Amazon store. You can find the link for it in my link tree. And I'm just making the Brenda bow. I'm making the awareness sign and then scrunching up in the middle. But this is really thick ribbon, and it's kind of stiff. So I was having a little hard time there getting it to scrunch and to look right. But when I finally got it, I trim it off and I get no, I don't get a twist tie. I get some jute string. And I'm just going to use that to tie in the middle of my bow. So I just tie it really tight. Tighten as much as I could, and then tie a knot in the back. And I was just wanting to kind of fluff it, make sure it was all going to look okay once I got that tied in. So then I just trim off the back, and I'm going to dovetail the ends and fluff my bow. And then after that, I'm going to hot glue it to the board. And that is really all there was left for this DIY. I think it came out so pretty. My winter colors are black and white and silver, and I love it. Oh, I did take a couple more of those snowflakes and painted them and added them to cover the holes for where the hangers were. So there they are. You have to let me know what you think about this, if you like it, if you think you'll recreate it. Yeah, just let me know what you think about it in the comment box below. And here's DIY number 2. So for those of you that don't know, I am a chalk couture designer. So I got this off of their Black Friday event, this Snow Rider transfer I love. And then also with that frame I got from Chalk Couture. And I'm using my chalk paste in the color Storm, Bright White, and Candy Apple Red. So one of the things that I love about Chalk Couture is that if you mess up or you want to change out your picture, you can just wash it off because it's chalk paste. So it washes right off if you have one of these surfaces and you don't make it permanent. So here I'm just, because I haven't used this transfer before, I was just fuzzing it there so that when you pull this transfer off, since it has an adhesive on the back, it won't stretch it because you want it to be a little smoother pulling off. Here I'm just using my Storm chalk paste to cover the small wordings, and then I'll use white for all the big words and the snowflakes. So this I had to do twice. This is the second time, or first time actually, that I did it. I didn't show my second time because when I pulled it off, I'm still learning a lot about this, and I think I needed to add thicker coats because there was a lot of it worn off. And that's what I love about Chalk Couture, is that I could just wash it off, dry it, and start over. And so it just makes it, I don't know. I mean, normally you think about it, if you did a stencil, you would have to throw it away and start all over for a regular stencil. So anyway, so here you see, I show that I'm doing some snowflakes in the black shimmer, but I decided I really didn't like that. So the second time I did it, I just did all the snowflakes in white. And then I am just covering the top of that sled with my Candy Apple Red. And I did the sleigh runners with that Storm Gray color as well. So then after I get this all done and coated, I will pull it off. And you know, there was still some spots in the gray that didn't come out as good. So I did go back and do a little bit of touch up, and it looks beautiful now. So there it is. It was really simple. I thought about adding a bow to it, but this stuff, you guys, is just so beautiful. I didn't want to take away from it. I love this transfer. So let me know if you're interested in Chalk Couture, if you'd like to be a designer, if you'd like to order some, if you'd like to be part of the Chalk Club. I'd love to answer your question. So here is DIY number 3. You guys, I love this DIY. So I started out with this muffler from Dollar Tree, these 2 candles from Dollar Tree, this bag of decorative scatter from Walmart, some jute twine, and some of this fern pick from Dollar Tree. So I started off by cutting where the seam of this faux fur muffler was, and I'm just going to cut this in half. Now it's a double lined, as you can see there. I was kind of looking at it, and when you cut it, of course, you know, you're going to have faux fur everywhere. But I measured how much I was going to need, and I am just trimming it down here. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to wrap it around this candle. This is so simple, you guys. And I just love the way this turns out. And then I put some hot glue on my glass, and I'm just going to wrap that muffler around it. And then I just kind of glue the 2 pieces together like you see there. And then I don't know what was going on with my glue gun. It wouldn't stand up. And then my candle fell over. It was crazy. Anyway, so then I did the same with the other part. Folded it in half so it had a good seam there, and then hot glued that. Then I did that to both, but then I just took some of this jute rope that I got from Walmart, and I'm just wrapping it around. I think I wrapped it around probably 4 or 5 times. And then you'll see here I tie it in a bow, but I am going to change that out and tie it in a knot and a little bit. But then I'm just going to add some of the greenery picks to it, a pine cone, and I'm going to make a little shoestring bow with my burlap, no, sorry, my black check ribbon. There it is. And put that in the middle. And I love this. You guys, these would make great gifts. If you're looking for a last minute gift, you could use, if you can't find the muffler, you could use the mop heads. The white mop heads. You could use a sweater. A sweater would be really pretty, like if you cut up an old sweater. There's all kinds of things that you could use for this, but I absolutely love this. I think this is actually my favorite of all of these things. If you are enjoying today's video today and you like home decor on a budget, as well as holiday decor, thrift flips, and occasional Dollar Tree haul, oh my goodness, and gift ideas, then hit that subscribe button, become part of our family. I would love to have you join, and hit that notification bell so you are notified whenever I upload a new video, which usually is on Wednesdays. Unless I'm participating in a challenge, then I may have other videos as well. And if you like this video, make sure you give me that thumbs up and comment. That really helps my channel grow by letting YouTube know that you like my content, and then they will push it out there a little bit more for others to see and enjoy. So here I'm just adding the little greenery picks that came in that bag from Walmart, the table scatter stuff. And then I am just going to add a pine cone. I'm just tying a knot there to the top part of those little picks. And then I'm going to put the bow right on top. And like I said, you guys, I cannot wait to put these up by my fireplace, the mantle on my fireplace. It's going to be beautiful. I just love it's farmhouse. It's rustic. I'm in love with it. Can I say it too many times? Anyway, it's so simple. And like each one was probably, well, for the three of them, it was $1, $2, $3, less than $4. And then I had some of those little wood ornament things there, rounds, and then I just put them on the bottom. I didn't hot glue them or glue them. You could if you wanted to, but I just thought it looked really pretty sitting on one of those. And there they are. I just love them. Oh, I just think they're so pretty. Okay, DIY number 4. So for this DIY, I took some more of this decorative scatter from Walmart. I took some of these pails or buckets from Dollar Tree, these mop heads from Dollar Tree, and 4 of these little mini Christmas trees from Dollar Tree. So I start off by getting them all out of the boxes and taking the bottom piece off of each one. And I'm just going to save all those little pieces because I know I could use them at some point for a DIY. So then I go through and I open each one of them up. Now these trees are very sad. They're very thin. So that's why I'm using 2. I'm taking 2 of them together, and a couple of the branches fell off of one. So I'm using them to tie them together. But you could also use the garland clips that you get from Dollar Tree. You can even get some from Hobby Lobby to just tie them around to keep them together. Then I just go through and I am just fluffing up all the branches. I was kind of bringing them down in a downward motion. And then I put some foam floral foam inside my pail, and I stick the tree inside of it and then finish fluffing it. Then I took these little mop head things and I am cutting them down in half, and you can tell where that's split with the fuzz, and I'm just kind of trying to open it up, the fuzz, so I'm not cutting so much of the fuzziness away. And that way it kind of helps so that you don't have as much of the fuzz laying all around. So once I got it all done, I stuck them all around inside the pails so that it looks like snow on the bottom of that tree. And once I get those all in place, then I'm going to take that decorative scatter. I'm going to take the little white balls and I'm going to just start hot gluing them all around on the branches, as well as some of the pine cones, so that it looks like there's snowballs and pine cones on those branches. And I do that all the way around both trees. Now I do this twice, so really there was 4 trees, but I'm just going to show you the one. So once I got those all on there, then I took my apple barrel snow white paint, and a little brush, and I'm just brushing it all along all of the branches. And I'll tell you what, guys, it was flicking paint everywhere. I had it on my forehead. I had it on my shirt, which ruined my shirt that I was wearing. I had it all over the place. So be careful if you recreate this. Be ready to have paint everywhere, because the way I'm brushing it, if you do it that way, you're going to get paint splatters. So then when I was done, I took some black checked ribbon. And I'm just making my bow like I normally do, using a twist tie. And I'm just going to twist that on, and then put some jute cord around the middle and twist it, or use the twist tie to wrap around the top of the tree. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not calling it buffalo check, why I keep correcting myself, I did hear someone say that buffalo check is red and black. When it's black and white, it's either gingham or plaid or black check. So that's why I just keep stopping myself from saying or buffalo check. Man, I'm having a hard time talking today. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am sorry. But you know, if you get a laugh from it, then that's great. I'm always happy to give you a laugh. Okay, so once I get done fluffing it here, I think I will dovetail the ends, and then that's when I'm going to add it to the top of the tree. And I think that's all I do, but let's see. Sorry, that wasn't from, oh yeah, I had these snowflakes that I cut out for a previous video, and I ended up not using them. They were just out of some scrapbook paper I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just hot gluing them onto the front of the pails. And that was all there is for this one as well. And there they are. They are so cute, and I think they're going to look very pretty on top of my mantle as well. You'll have to let me know what you think about these, and if you like them, if you'd recreate them, all the good things. And I am so glad you guys joined me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing your comments. I always love responding to your... Okay, here is DIY number 1. So for this DIY, I am using this snowman wreath form from Dollar Tree, some Bonnie craft cord I got off of Amazon, some snowflakes from Dollar Tree, and some mini snowflakes that I got from Hobby Lobby. So I start off by wrapping this wreath frame with my craft cord, and this cord is fusible, so it fuses into itself. And I was struggling, my lighter's getting empty, and so I tried to fuse it, but I ended up having to use hot glue because I couldn't get my lighter to light well enough. So then once I had that all taken care of, I went ahead and started wrapping the cord around the snowman, and I just start there at the neck, and I'm wrapping between the neck and the head, and then I just go and wrap the whole body, and then work my way back up to the head, and I wrap the whole head. And I left the hat and the arms I did not wrap them. Let's just put it that way. Then once that was all done, I took my Waverly chalk paint in the color white, and I painted all of the snowflakes with a really light coating of paint because I wanted to have some of that natural wood look to kind of give it a distressed look. Then I went in and hot glued them onto the snowman, trying to cover up the little holes. I did for the most part, but there was a few that I wasn't paying attention and didn't cover up the little holes. So then once I got the big ones all around the body, I took my little ones, and I'm just going to hot glue them all around the head part of that snowman. And I think I took 4 different mini snowflake designs and just kind of alternated them. Then once I had that all on, I took some black yarn that I have. Most of you probably don't know I'm a knitter and a crocheter, so I have tons of yarn. And I just hot glued it to the brim of the hat there, and then I just took my yarn and just started wrapping it all around the perimeter of that hat. So I just go all around the edges, and then I leave the middle blank because I'm going to wrap that separately. So once I have that all done, I take my yarn and I hot glue it to the back of the hat, and then I just start wrapping it around the width of that hat all the way around until I get to the bottom. And then I just pretty much do the same thing with the hands. I just take a little piece, hot glue it, and then wrap it around each finger. After that, I took some buffalo check ribbon, black plaid ribbon, and I'm just going to hot glue some to that hat there. And I'm just going to cut it down and use some hot glue to glue it in place in the back. And then after that, I'm going to take some bits and pieces. This was a ornament from Walmart, a mini ornament. So I cut off the little hanging piece and I'm just hot gluing it. It's a pine cone to that hat. Took some of these little berries from a pick from Dollar Tree and hot gluing them. And then these little greenery bushes I got from a package of stuff from Walmart and hot gluing that all together. And then after that, I took this little bow that you get from Dollar Tree and I pushed those twist ties in between the snowflake and to the back, and then just twisted it on so he has a little bow tie. And then after that, I take this little bird that I got from Hobby Lobby. It was a pack of 4, and I'm just clipping it onto his little fingers. And there he is. I think he is so cute. A little on the flaky side, but he's very cute. You'll have to let me know what you think of this one in the comment box below. DIY number 2. So this is a more farmhouse style DIY. I'm using a snowflake ornament from Walmart, this sign from Dollar Tree, some scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, and some half beads I got from Amazon. So I am just going to outline my picture there with the scrapbook paper and cut it out with my little paper trimmer. Then I decided I needed to paint the sides of that. So I took my Waverly chalk paint and the color Steel, and I am just painting all around the sides and a little bit on the front in case my paper didn't cover it. Then I took some Waverly chalk paint in the color Plaster, and I'm just doing some distressing all along the edges, and then I went over it with a little bit more of the Steel just to kind of blend everything in. And then after that, I took my glue stick and I am just putting this all around the back of that paper. Now you can use a glue stick, you can use Elmer's glue, you can use double-sided tape, Mod Podge, whatever you prefer. I just preferred the glue stick. So once I have that on there, I'm just going to attach it to the front of that picture. And then I just laid out all the beads to form a snowflake, and I'm putting that snowflake right in the middle. That was kind of my template of where to line up the beads. So then I'm just going to go through and hot glue each one of them on to my sign there. And then after that, I took my Waverly chalk paint in the color white, and I am giving this candlestick a good painting inside and out. If you are new here, I just want to say welcome. And if you are enjoying today's video, I would encourage you to hit that subscribe button, become part of our family, and then hit that like button and let me know you're new here. I'd love to get to know you, and make sure you hit that notification bell. My normal uptime or scheduled times to upload is Wednesdays, but if I'm participating in a challenge, it could be on different days. So after I use my E6000 and hot glue to glue that sign onto the candlestick, then I made a little bow, just a normal shoestring bow with this burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree. And again, it's not burlap, it's black checked. And then after that, I just dovetailed it, and then I am just going to hot glue it right on the top part of that snowflake. Sorry, this isn't in frame. It's kind of hard when my camera is above me to get these taller pieces. Then I took some more of that ribbon, and I'm just going to hot glue around the little neck area of that candlestick. I just felt like it needed a little bit something more. And after that, then I took a little sticker snowflake that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to put it right in the middle of that ribbon on the candlestick, and that's all there was for this one. And I love this one. It's very farmhouse, and I think I've kind of missed doing some farmhouse lately, and I love this, and I can't wait to start doing some more. You have to let me know what you think in the comment box below. Okay, here's DIY number 1. So for this DIY, I printed out a saying with my Cricut. I'm going to use some of these floral picks, and this wood round I bought from Hobby Lobby and used my Waverly antique wax on it previously, and then some spools of ribbon. So I'm just taking my printout here, and I'm laying it down onto my board. And I'll tell you, this gave me a problem, and I don't know, I think it could be a mixture of things. One, I think, is that it's because it had the wax on it. Sometimes the vinyl doesn't want to stick to waxed surfaces. And second, I'm pretty sure this is Dollar Tree vinyl, but I had a heck of a time getting it to stick. In fact, as you saw there, I just actually took the snowflake and stuck it on myself. So because it was such a hard time, I decided to go ahead and cover it up with some Mod Podge just to help keep it protected and adhered to the board. And then after I was done with that, I take my ribbon. Now this ribbon I got from Hobby last year. I used this kind of ribbon for my tree, and I just make the awareness bow and scrunch it up in the middle. And then I'm just clipping the middle until I make the other bow. Now this ribbon I've had for like 5 or 6 years. I might have got it at a Walmart. I'm not sure. Or it might have been a craft store back in Oregon where we used to live. So I did the same thing. I made a bow, and then I am just going to use a twist tie to connect the two of them together. And as you see, I'm doing that there. And then I'm going to dovetail the ends of both ribbons, and that bow will be done. Now, the reason I had this that round piece already with the antique wax was because that was for one of my magnolia dupes that I did last week that did not turn out. And so I thought, oh, hey, I know what I'll do with it. So this is what I'm doing with it. So I took these shiny blue branches that I got from Dollar Tree, and then a couple of these little picks from Family Dollar. They're kind of a frosted green, and I'm just hot gluing them all onto the board. And then after that, I take this bow, and I'm just going to hot glue that right in the middle as well. And then I am going to take one of these white poinsettias from the Dollar Tree. I think I got those last year. And I'm just going to hot glue that right there in the middle of that bow. And then I just take some jute twine. I tie a knot on the end of each one. And then I am just going to use that as my hanger. So I'm just going to put some hot glue down and hot glue those ends where the knots are to the hot glue. And there it is. I think it's really cute. You'll have to let me know what you think. I think it will be a perfect door hanger after Christmas when, So for this DIY, I'm going to take a Chalk Couture transfer, my Shadow Shimmer chalk paste, and this towel from Dollar Tree and a Dollar Tree 11 by 14 size frame. So I took everything out of the frame, and I'm just taking the back here and my towel, and I'm going to adhere it to the that back piece of the frame there. And I'm just going to trim it down and get rid of all that excess fabric or towel, if you will. And if you don't know, I am a chalk couture designer, and I absolutely love this stuff, you guys. It is so easy, and it always comes out looking so nice and high end. And I think that's what I love about it. One of the things I love about it the most. And not only that, but you can use these transfers more than once. And so it really, I know sometimes the cost seems like they're a little high, but if you take into the fact that you can use them at least 10 times, if not more, that really brings the cost down. So I fuzzed that transfer because I'm going to use glass. It can stick really easily. So I fuzzed it about 5-6 times. And I'm just sticking it here on the glass part of that frame. And then I'm using my chalk paste, and I'm just smearing it all over the wording. Now, I could have used the other part of this transfer, but I thought it might be too busy with the snowflakes. So I just wanted the wording. So I'm just going to use the wording part. And that's another thing that's nice about these is they're interchangeable. You can use the whole transfer. You can use just parts of it. You could use this and parts of something else. There's a lot that you can do with these transfers. In fact, on Tuesday, I will be, next week, Tuesday, I will be having part of a video that shows more about chalking up. Or chalk couture. It's called chalked up. Chalking up. I don't know. I can't talk tonight. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there was the reveal. It was beautiful. I love it. I think it came out great. So I'm just here very carefully putting the back part into the frame because I know that chalk was still wet, and I was trying not to mess it up. So then I took some black checked ribbon, and I am just going to go around the frame with it. I don't know. I just thought it gave it just something, just a little extra, and I like extra. So I just go around and hot glue that all the way around the frame. And I really love how this came out, you guys. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do for this challenge. And everything came to me like this morning, just like, oh, I could do this. Oh, I could do this. Oh, perfect. So I love this one. Okay, and then I took some of this ribbon. I think I got this ribbon from Hobby Lobby. And then some more of that snowflake ribbon. And I'm just making 2 more bows, just like I did on the first project. And I am just going to connect those as well. And then I took these little miniature ornaments that I got from Walmart, and I am going to hot glue that little snowflake right in the middle of that bow. And then I am going to hot glue that bow right on top of the frame there. And then after that, I decided it needed a little bit more, so I took 2 of those little snowflakes and put 1 on each corner of that frame, and there it is. And I love how this came out. It is, I just think it's beautiful. You'll have to let me know what you think about it. And if you have any questions about chalk couture, please comment below or reach out to me personally. I'd be happy to talk with you about it. Okay, here's DIY number 3. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I bought these little houses from Dollar Tree, and I took them out and I spray painted them white. At the time, I did not know what I was going to do with them. I just knew that it was going to be cold and I wouldn't be able to spray paint them, and I wanted to spray paint them. So I did. And this morning it came to me, I remembered I had these houses and I knew exactly what I wanted to do with them. So I took this little board that I got from Dollar Tree earlier this year, and I am just giving it a good coating of white. Now I do give it 2 coats because that green is so bright and the words kind of come through. Then I took my antique Waverly wax and I'm going to go over that white paint with it. So I'm brushing it on here, and then I'm going to do my normal thing of taking a paper towel and wiping it off, but it wasn't what I had in mind. That's not the look I was really going for. So I decided to just add more of the antique wax and not wipe it off. And this is exactly what I was thinking in my mind. It just gives it that wood look, and I love it. So once it was all dry, I took my houses and I'm just kind of placing them where I think I want them. And then I'm going to use my E6000 and hot glue to adhere these houses to the board. And of course, the E6000 is for permanent hold and the hot glue is for immediate hold. So after that, I took some of these little trees. I think that one was from Walmart, and then the smaller ones are from Dollar Tree. And I am just going over and hot gluing them to the sides on each side of the houses there, as you can see. And I just love this. It's so simple. I think that's what I love about all of these DIYs today. They're just really simple and just really pretty. So I took some more of that black checkered ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree, and I just wrapped it around the base of this, and I'm just hot gluing it together. And then after that, I take some little tiny black checked bows that I got from Hobby Lobby in the miniature ornament section, and I just hot glue one on each of the taller houses. And that's all there was for this one. And again, I don't know what it is, but the simplicity of it just makes it beautiful. And I am in love with it. I do add a few little candles in the back, some LED candles, and there it is. And I just love how it looks. It's so fresh and clean. And that's kind of what I feel like after Christmas when you put all your decor. Dupe number 2. This, I took some zip ties. These green branches I got off of Amazon. The softer colored ones I got from Family Dollar. And then I got some picks there that I bought from Walmart and Dollar Tree. And then these wreath forms. So I'm using the 14-inch wreath form. They used a 12-inch. I had a 14 or a 10, and I decided to go with the 14. So here I'm just laying the stems in place where I think I'm going to want them, and I'm just kind of trimming them down. And I'm just laying them all out, and then I'm going to use zip ties to attach them to this wreath form. If you're new here, I just want to say welcome. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, even though it gave me a headache. And if you do, I hope you'd consider hitting that subscribe button and becoming part of our family. I'd love to have you join. And then let me know you're new here. I'd love to get to know you better. And make sure you give me a like and comment and all that fun stuff. So here I'm just using some of the lighter color. I know they didn't have the lighter color on the inspiration piece, but I wanted to add a little more for just a little more depth, and I didn't want it to be too boring with the same color, I guess. And if you recreate this, you can do whatever fits your style. So here's where I'm just using the zip tie, making sure that it's gonna hold these pieces in place, and then I go around through the ring and zip tie any of them that wasn't in that first zip tie there. Then once I have all my zip ties on, I take some of these pine cones from some of these picks that I had, and I am just going to hot glue them actually right where the zip tie is there in the middle, and I'm just going to hot glue them right around that, so that way it hides that zip tie and you won't be able to see it. And then I just use some more of those pine cones. Actually, I have a bag that I got from Walmart. It has some like rubbery pine cones and little greenery pieces. I just love that. If you see it, get it. It's only like $2.97 and it has a huge bag full of stuff. But they're just fun little fillers and they're fun to use on DIYs. And then I'm just putting them just here and there. I know there wasn't a whole lot of pine cones on the original piece, so I'm just putting them just in certain spots where I felt like it looked good. Then once it was done, I had some of this kind of sheer see-through ribbon. I've had it for years. I have no idea where I got it from. I was going to hot glue it, but I changed my mind. I just tied a knot around the hoop there, then a tied knot at the top, and then I just used some more of that ribbon to make a bow. And then I am just going to hot glue that right on the base there where I put the little hanger. And that's all there is for this one. And I think it came out looking really, really sweet. And then I realized it's matching my nephew's wedding that in a few weeks. So I might see, it's just going to be a small home wedding. So I'm just going to see if they want to use it, because it would be match perfect. And their cost was $14.99 at Target, and mine was $6.50, somewhere around there. You have to let me know what you think about that in the comment box below. Okay, here's DIY number 1. So I am going to use my Antique Wax by Waverly, my Waverly chalk paints in the color Pumpkin, in the color Ink, and Snow White. And then I'm going to use this Apple Barrel paint. I think it's Pink Blush. Sorry, it's not in focus there. And then these words are these letters I got from Hobby Lobby, and when they were on sale, 40% off. And then I'm going to use this little snowman from Dollar Tree. And then this wood round is from Hobby Lobby. It comes in a pack of 6, I believe. It's a 14-inch. And then this is the back of a gift box. I used that gift box to make some signs a couple of years ago. They're great signs. Anyway, so I start off by cutting open that box and then tracing out my wood round and cutting that box out. Then I'm using some hot glue, not hot glue, Elmer's glue and hot glue, and I'm going to attach that to the front of my wood round. Then I decided I wanted to kind of distress it a little bit, so I'm going over it with some antique wax just to kind of, it was kind of a pinkish brown and I wanted it to be a little more brown. And then I also covered the back with my antique wax as well. And then after that, I'm going to take this snowman and my letters and I'm going to paint them. The snowman I painted with the white and the red there, as you see. I'm using a Sharpie with, I have gotten some stencils of snowman faces from Amazon. I'll have them linked in my Amazon store if you want to check it out. But I'm just making the eyes here, and then I'm going to use little dots of black or the ink color to make his mouth. Then I'm going to use that polish pink to color in his rosy cheeks, and then my pumpkin by Waverly to paint in his nose. And then once I am done with this, I didn't want him to be so white because that backing is a little more off-white and browns. So I took my antique wax and a wet baby wipe, and I'm just kind of smearing it in just to darken his color a little bit, just to mute it a little bit. And then I took that antique wax and I'm just going over the 3 letters that I have here and just brushing it on with that baby wipe. And then after that, I thought my camera was rolling, but I used some Mod Podge, and this is diamond dust, and I just put it around the brim of his hat and on his little ball. And then I'm just adding a little bit to the letters. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what diamond dust is, it's like little pieces of glass. So you do want to be careful when handling it, but I mean, I was fine. I didn't get any cuts or anything, but it's really cool because it's very shiny and I really liked it. So after I was done with my snowman, I went ahead and used hot glue. I should have added some like E6000 or something. I wasn't thinking until I was almost done. But I'm just using the hot glue to attach him. And then I'm going to attach those the letters as well. And I'm just kind of doing wonky so that it just kind of gives it some fun. Then I took this ribbon. I got this, I believe, from Walmart. I think it was last year. Maybe it was the beginning of the year for Christmas, or beginning of Christmas year. Christmas this year. Oh my goodness. I just made a bow by doing the awareness ribbon, scrunching it down, tying some jute string around it. And then I'm going to do the same with that red buffalo check, which is also from Walmart. And then I'm just going to hot glue this to my sign. And I have to tell you guys, I think this is my favorite. I don't know. I love them all that I did for this DIY or this video, but I absolutely love this sign. So I used my Crocodile. I believe I do have that in my Amazon store if you want to check it out. It's perfect for making holes for signs and stuff. And I made a hole, and then I'm adding my bow, and I added a snowflake to the bow. And then I decided to take my beaded jute twine I get off of Amazon, and I just went around that round, and then I'm using some of that to make a hanger as well. And I'm just going to tie a knot there where I made that hole, and then I'm going to string on some natural color beads. Now I got these beads from Amazon. I'm not sure what size they are. They didn't have it have the size on the bag, and it came in a bag of multi sizes. So I just took 3 of them. I'm stringing them on, and then I'm going to make a loop by taking at the end of my cord there, wrapping it around the bottom of the loop, and then bringing it through the wrap. Hopefully that makes sense. And then that's all there is for this. You guys, I absolutely love this. You'll have to let me know what you think. And I decided, since we're transitioning into winter, that I'll do snowmen for this video, because it can be Christmas and it can be winter for those of you who still wanted Christmas and those of you who wanted winter. So we're going to start off by doing a video of... So I got this idea from a piece that my sister has. She bought it last year sometime, and I thought about making this. Hers is made out of metal, but I wanted to make something similar. So I'm taking this ornament. I had that hat I got from Hobby Lobby last year when it was on sale. That ornament's from Hobby Lobby. These fish bowls are from Dollar Tree. My Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White. And then I'm going to use these berries from Walmart. This little candle wreath, or whatever you want to call it, from Hobby Lobby. And then the pine cones, I don't remember where that came from, but the fake snow's from Dollar Tree. So super easy DIY, you guys. And I love the way this came out. So I'm just adding some of the fake snow to my fishbowl here, adding some of the pine cones. And then I'm going to add some of the frosted pick there from Hobby Lobby. As you can see, that used to be a wreath, and you can see it's almost naked because I've been picking the picks off of it and using it because I really loved that look. Last year, I bought some picks from Family Dollar that were a lighter green like that. They had little pine cones. I loved them. They were perfect for DIYing, and I was hoping they'd have them this year, and I haven't found them, which I'm really bummed. But anyways, because I used them for everything last year. So I'm adding my berries here, and then I'm just kind of going to mix it around just to make it all look pretty. And then I start on the second. See, I added a little more snow on top, and I'm going to do the same thing for that second fish bowl. Now, if you don't know, these 2 fish bowls are different sizes. This is the first time I found these a couple of months ago, actually, at Dollar Tree. I couldn't believe that they had the 2 sizes. I was so excited because I knew I wanted to do something to make it look like a snowman when I saw them. So I'm just trying to kind of mix it all in just to get that snow and everything in there. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the bigger one. Just, I don't know what I was trying to do. I was just trying to make it look more snowy, I guess. I thought about it later. I could have taken some white paint and kind of painted those pine cones, but oh well. Anyway, so then I took this little ornament. I took the top off of it, and I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to add some of the snow, some of the pine cones, some of the smaller berries, and then some of the little pieces of greenery. And here I decided, okay, I need to make some kind of funnel to get this in there because it was just going everywhere. And I don't know how many times during this video, you guys, that I cleaned my desk because there was glitter and stuff all over it. So, and then after I get done putting all this in there, I am going to paint that hat with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White. And then once it's drying, I'm going to add some greenery picks to it and berries and pine cones. And then I'm going to attach it all with hot glue. And I decided to use hot glue instead of E6000 because I don't have to make this permanent. So if I want to change it out, I can. But you guys, I really love the way this turned out. If you're new, welcome. My name is Brenda. I am so happy you stopped by today. If you enjoy home decor on a budget, holiday decor, thrift flips, gift ideas, then I invite you to hit that red subscribe button and become part of our YouTube family. And then hit that notification bell and set it to all so that way you're notified whenever I upload a video, which my normal upload times are Mondays at 5 Central, but I do like to participate in different challenges throughout the week. So hit that notification bell so you will be notified when that happens. And then again, you guys know the drill. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give me that thumbs up and comment, because we all know that helps my channel grow. Okay, so here I'm just adding the little pretties onto the top of the hat. And then I took that ribbon that's sitting there. Here I'm going to hot glue it first, but I loved that ribbon. It's white and it has glittery snowflakes. And I don't remember where I got it. I've had it in my stash for quite a few years. I think I might have got it at a place called Craft Warehouse in Oregon, but I'm not positive. But it was too wide, and for my little snowman jar here, I don't know what you call it. So I'm just going to fold it in half by folding in each side into the middle with hot glue, just like you see me doing. I really struggled with that. I don't know what it was, but I was just having a hard time handling it. And then I'm just going to do both. I know it's a little crooked there, but it's okay because you're not going to really notice. Once I have that all folded in, then I'm going to wrap it around the neck area to make it look kind of like a scarf. And then I'm going to hot glue it right on. And then I'm going to do the same thing with another piece. And I'm going to make a bow. I just make a bow again, doing the awareness ribbon and tying some jute string around it. And then I'm just going to hot glue it right there. Then I'm just going to add some little pip berries that I have from Hobby Lobby and Pinecone. And there it is. And I love it. It's so simple, but yet it's so pretty. And it screams winter because it's just full of wintry things. And I don't know. I love it. You have to let me know what you think about this one as well. I should have took a picture of my sisters to show you what I was copying, but I didn't think about it. Here's DIY number 3. Okay, you guys, I kind of got this idea from Pinterest. I saw something similar. So I'm going to use my fuzzy yarn. I'm going to use this Dollar Tree sign. I'm going to use some felt that I got from Walmart. And then I'm going to use this paper tablecloth that I found at Walmart. And then, of course, this snowman ring from Dollar Tree wreath ring. If you can't find that, you can always put a bigger and smaller wreath ring together with a zip tie. And then that vinyl. And you could use like, I'm trying to think, like skewers for the hands. Anyways, so I sanded all the glitter off. Now, I put this on the back thinking this would be easier than trying to paint it or cover it with shipping paper, but it's still see-through. So if you wanted to do something like this and sell it or give it to somebody, you'd probably want to cover it with something else. But I painted the backside with my white paint, and then I let it dry and covered it with Mod Podge. And while my Mod Podge was drying, I am taking my wreath form, and I'm tracing out the part of the tablecloth that I want to show. And then after that, I am going to hot glue my yarn, and I'm going to just start wrapping. Now I start off by wrapping the body and then the head where it attached. And then as soon as I got to where it splits, I just start going over the body part, go all the way around, and then finish off the top. And then after that, I took some black yarn and I covered the hands with it. I can't remember if I show that or not. So then once my board was dry, I took my tablecloth, put it on my board, added some parchment paper, and I'm using my heat press to go over it so that it reactivates the hot glue and the tablecloth sticks to it. Then I'm going to add some more Mod Podge to protect that tablecloth, and I did not iron it afterwards. It didn't really have any wrinkles, and I didn't feel like it needed it. So then I just took my lighter here, and I am just burning the edges off. And be very careful if you're going to do this. I always have water next to me just in case. But it stops wherever the Mod Podge is. And then after it was done, I just sanded off all those little burnt pieces. And then I am going to hot glue this to the back of my snowman wreath body. And you guys, I love this one too. Oh, I think it's so cute. So then after I have this all hot glued, I took that felt and I cut it down to fit around the hat. And I am just going to hot glue it to that hat part, just like you see me doing right there. And then I'll hot glue the other side. And then I will hot glue the top. I'm just going to bring it down. I probably could have done something at the corners, brought it in a little bit more because you can kind of see one of the corners, but you know what? It's okay. Then I'm going to take my ribbon here. I got this, I don't know where. I think this is probably from Walmart. It's been hanging on my wall for a year. Anyways, and I'm just wrapping the little edge of that hat. It has some metal that sticks out. So I just wrapped it with this ribbon, and then I'm just going to hot glue that on as well, because then that way it just kind of gives it a little more definition. Plus I love the way it looks. And then after I have that all hot glued on, I'm going to, this is where I took some black yarn and I just wrapped the hands just to kind of, I don't know, so it doesn't look like the metal. And this was really thin. This is cotton yarn. I thought I had, actually, I do think I have some thicker yarn, but I think I know where it is now, but I couldn't find it. So when I was done with that, I took some more of that ribbon and I'm just making a scarf, just tied a knot. And then I do cut it down and because it was a little too long. Then I had one of these cardinals from Dollar Tree, and it had some wire on the foot. So I just took it and wrapped it around the hand. And then I kind of hot glued the side of the head to the body of the snowman. It might kind of look a little dorky, but it was kind of flopping around and I didn't want it to flop around. So then I took these wood snowflakes from Hobby Lobby. I painted them white, and then I'm going to just hot glue 3 of them on the top of my hat here. And then I think I hot glue one on the middle of the scarf as well. Yeah. And then I did trim down the scarf because I felt like it was too long. And there it is. I love it. I think it is adorable. You'll have to let me know what you think about this as well. So for this DIY, I am going to use this candle wreath that I got from Hobby Lobby at 70% off. Those picks from Dollar Tree. And then I created the winter wishes on my Cricut. These wood snowman from Dollar Tree. 2 of these Dollar Tree crates. And this floral foam from Dollar Tree. And then my Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White and in Elephant. So I'm going to start off by using my wood glue and my hot glue, and I am just going to glue those 2 crates together. And after I get the wood glue on there, I'm just going to add some hot glue and just push them together. And then after I am done with that, I am going to paint them with my Snow White. And I also painted the little wood snowman as well. Once it was all dry, I went ahead with my hot glue, and I am just gluing them onto the bottom of my 2 crates there. And then I took my Waverly chalk paint in the color Elephant, and I'm just going to do some dry brushing all the way around the edges. I went around the snowman. I went a little bit in the middle. I just kind of went over wherever I wanted. And if you don't like distressing, you know, and you wanted to recreate this, you could definitely skip this step. This is just something that I really enjoy doing. And then after that, I took my decal that I created that says Winter Wishes, and I am just going to rub it on to the front. And then I tell you, I was struggling. I even struggled with this one, trying to get it on. I don't know what it was. I was having a hard time, I guess. Anyways, so once I had it on there, I put the floral foam inside my little crates, and then I just started putting these picks in. I took the dark green ones and put them around each edge. And then I just started adding the other picks that came off that candle wreath. And then I just kind of put them all here and there. I did end up adding a few more. I found some more of the green picks from Dollar Tree, and I did add a few more like in the middle of it all. But I just kind of went in and just poked them all through wherever I felt they needed it, and just kind of filled it all up. Now, I got this idea. My sister, I don't know where she got it. I don't know if it was Hobby Lobby, but she has something like this that says Merry Christmas on it. And I just thought it was really pretty. It's really simple. And I thought, you know what? I could do something like that for winter time instead of Christmas. So once I had it all full, I took these styrofoam balls, and I'm just going to put them inside. I was thinking about covering them with some white yarn that I have, the fuzzy yarn, but I just thought, you know what, they look like snowballs just like they are, and that's all there was for it. I really love this. I think it's just so simple. Yeah, it just gives you that pop of winter. You have to let me know what you think about this one as well. And then the final reveal is coming up.